coming up in this read. See, with that energy of something or someone chasing you, Virgo, what you want actually wants you in return. Hi Virgo, let's do your October love reading. Please do check out my description box and my pinned comment below for any information that you need in regards to me, the decks that I'm using, or the private readings. Please don't take anything too personally as well, as this is a general read, so only some of this read could resonate for you, okay? Especially if you're cross-watching. So you fit it how it resonates, if it resonates at all, right? As always, please do respect the tarot and approach it with patience, an open mind, and without expectations. It also does take time for the messages to come out as well. And finally, if you don't want to miss a video, then subscribe and stay notified. Okay, so Virgo, what's going on for you? That's a bit strange because I've literally just done the Leo read and they had this message that came out as well. Now you saw me shuffle this deck on camera. Unlimited possibilities. You could be dealing with a Leo, or you could have Leo placements in your own chart. If so, then you might want to go check out that reading. And at the bottom of the deck, you've got discernment. Discernment. Your discernment is required, Virgo. So you're needing to really use your intellect and your intuition to feel your way through a specific situation, right? So a combination of both. Don't go into the situation with all intellect or all intuition. Use both, okay? It's not either or. Use both. I'm noticing as well for your energy, Virgo. Now I didn't clock this in the Leo read, but I'm noticing that green border of like new fresh leaves all the way around the border, right? That there's not a single break in that, it's continuous. So you've got new growth here, Virgo. And leaves look suspiciously a lot like butterflies to me as well. Okay, can you see them? See how they're like butterfly shaped. So with this one, I don't want to say change, because change could imply something being removed, right? There is a change here, but it doesn't feel like it's a removal of anything, right? It feels like it's an addition to something rather than the removal. So that would be a positive turnaround, a positive change. It could be your outlook as well. You could be having a positive outlook, but you're still using your discernment, so you're still not allowing yourself to get ahead of yourself. I'm getting a message about celebrating too soon as well. It's like you're refusing to celebrate too soon. So you see with this tree, it's symbolic for the autumn time, with the tree releasing the leaves that it no longer needs, right? So that would be your the lessons that you've been through just naturally going through life, okay? You're releasing certain things that no longer apply to you anymore. And I feel that it is to do with, see with that discernment card, immediately I think of like air energy, intellect. So you're using your discernment to figure out what is worth keeping and what you're needing to release. And it does come down to who you used to be. See, you're not the person that you used to be. None of us are, not really. There's a message to do with that, and how you to give yourself permission to allow something new, or this new growth. It could be this new growth in your way of doing things. You're to allow that to really shine through. Okay. I do feel that you're making room here for new experiences and new possibilities. Okay. Right, so I'm trying to be a wee bit quiet because I've currently got a sleeping kitten on my lap. Now, I don't want to disturb him any more than I have to, okay? So, in case anyone's wondering why am I quieter than usual, that's why. Right, so with this deck, because this deck is just a little bit too big for my hands, even though I've trimmed it down. But I can't really trim it down anymore without it affecting the illustrations on the fronts of them. So I'm just going to have to cut the deck the way that I've shown you, and then hand pull this way. Right, so you've got candles, magic, Lord God masculine, altar, dedication, and the staff, stability. Okay. With this particular combination, that's indicating that some of you could be right now doing some kind of candle magic, or considering doing some kind of candle magic, especially with that staff being there as well. On how to encourage positive energies in towards you. As always, I am going to clarify all of this, okay, with the tarot deck as we go through. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull all of your cards just to get the surface layer energy, and then we're going to take a deeper dive into what's actually going on underneath the surface, okay. If you know full well that you're not interested in doing any kind of candle magics or anything like that, then this is someone else's energy towards you, okay. So do use your discernment when it comes down to general reads, because the energy, it really can be interchangeable, right? So if you're sitting there going, well, I'm not doing that, then it's likely to be somebody that you know. All right. My ears just started ringing as well, so somebody's talking about you, Virgo. And I feel for the most part it's actually positive, okay? Someone's giving you compliments, which I know you might not believe me when I say that, because you could be far too used to people slagging you off behind your back, which is fair enough. But this feels like complimentary energy, okay? It feels like someone's complimenting you behind your back. Right, you've got risk, lust, and forbidden. Okay. And letting go. If you love something, set it free. Don't hold on too tight lest you chase it away. Yeah, attraction. The word attraction is coming through super strong, Virgo. Really strong. A lot of you have learnt not to chase happiness, because when you chase anything, whether it be opportunities, people, money, anything, whenever you chase anything, it will elude you, okay? So what you've been doing is you've been doing what you can, when you can. You've been keeping yourself stable, grounded, and present in the moment. And you've not allowed any distractions along the way as well. So it's like you've done your part. You've done what you can, right? Now you're just waiting for the universe to respond to you, right? Attraction is definitely the word of the month for you here, Virgo. Now you've got risk, lust, and forbidden, which is an interesting combination. When it comes down to romantic love, some of you, not all of you, but some of you could be dealing with an individual who is quite different to yourself. They could be from quite a very sort of strict religious background. They could have different culture to you. Anything, anything, right? They could even also be already married as well, which is another way as to why you could be getting that forbidden energy. Something that you want, but it's like out of your reach at the moment. I mean, that could also play into the whole stop chasing vibe as well, which you're not chasing. I can see that clearly, right? Your energy speaks for itself, Virgo. I can see you're not fucking chasing. Someone or something is chasing you, though. And it doesn't feel scary or malevolent or malicious or anything like that, okay? You got sacral chakra, sadness and isolation, and seek the truth. We're feeling alone. Okay. What's underneath that one? Coming together. Ha. Yes. And heal with refusing to see. Okay. Yes. Somebody, like, if you're currently single, Virgo, I don't see that you're going to be single for much longer. If you're currently in physical separation from somebody that you love dearly, say that they live at a distance to you, or they've not spoken to you in a while, and anything that puts a distance between yourself and another individual, I'm seeing that is it's going to close out very, very soon. Okay? Either you or they are feeling lonely without the other person, right? And you've got coming together and then heal and all that other beautiful positive energy that we saw underneath there, right? That's where I'm getting those messages from, just in case anyone's wondering. Okay, so your sacral chakra, that's your second chakra. It deals with pleasure, sexuality, intimacy. That can actually be blocked by guilt. Okay? And it says attracting. Attracting, right there, right where my nail is. Attracting. I said the word attracting is going to be very, very powerful for you throughout the month of October, Virgo. Attraction, attraction, attraction. Emotions, desires, creativity, and sexuality. Attracting joy, passion, and love into your life. Yeah. Ruled by the keywords I want. So basically, Virgo, what you want, you shall have. Because now, see, with that energy of something or someone chasing you, Virgo, what you want actually wants you in return. Okay? Now, just because this is a love read, it's not necessarily, although for some of you it is sexual, but not necessarily going to be sexual for all of you, okay? Like for some of you, this could be about a love for a business, a love for a project idea, a love for anything, right? A love for the self as well. Like, you are incredibly attractive at this point in time, Virgo. So really lean into that, okay? No more holding yourself back, no more keeping yourself small. Really lean into the fact that you're attracting a lot at the moment. Someone or something is lusting after you, right? We're going to look at this magic energy first, okay? Can you tell us more about magic for Virgo, please? Your vibe at the moment is very magical. And look what you got. The Hermit, that's your major arcana. Just as I said, your vibe, Virgo, specifically you. Your vibe at the moment is very, very magical, and it's clarified with the Hermit. I love it when Spirit comes through like that, because it's like they're sitting there smirking and nodding their heads. You know, it's like, yeah, that's it exactly. That's exactly right. You are magical, Virgo. Can you tell us more about masculine, please, for Virgo? Okay. Make a decision. It's time for you to make a decision. And to be confident with your decision making as well. 9 of Wands, yep. Okay, stand your ground as well. Don't be afraid to stand your ground. If somebody's sitting there telling you that you can't do this, that and the next, or if someone's telling you, Virgo, oh, we can't be together, this, that and the next, my family would never allow it, they're way too religious, yada, yada, yada. Stand your ground and make your point, okay? And do it with that masculine energy, right? Dedication, can you tell us? Thank you. The 5 of Cups. Yes, we've seen the 5 of Coins, didn't we, with that one? Yeah. So 5 of Cups and the 5 of Coins, exactly. So the days are past you now, Virgo, where you believe that you can't do something, you know? You see all them seeds of doubt that people of the past had put into your brain. You've been working so hard on reprogramming your own mind and of teaching yourself new ways of doing things, new ways of thinking. It's paying off. Virgo, whatever you've been doing, it has been paying off, and you're going to see evidence of that in your physical reality super soon, okay? And I feel, sorry, I've got a kitten claw stuck in my top. A second. When I moved my arm, he is asleep, but I moved my arm and he's lifted his paw up into the air as I moved my arm, and he's got one of his little claws stuck in my top. Right. So yeah, you have been dedicated to yourself, reprogramming your mind of all the shitty thoughts that other people had been putting in your head, and you're like, yeah, I'm ready for this now. I'm ready for this new life, this new growth. You're feeling more confident and more empowered than ever before, and that, Virgo, has a lot to do with the fact that you stopped chasing. You're no longer running around after other people, being codependent and putting your own needs on the back burner just to make somebody else happy. You're not doing that anymore. You've been indulging in self-care, self-love. You have been sitting with painful memories and processing painful memories and painful experiences. You haven't allowed these painful memories and experiences to pull you under the tide. Like, you could have drowned in your own emotion almost, but you didn't break. And you're not broken, Virgo. You're absolutely not. Not even slightly. You're getting stronger and stronger and stronger with each passing day. And I tell you, there's a lot of people out there that could really genuinely do with taking a leaf out of your own book. Because if more people did that, can you imagine how much better this planet would be? Wouldn't it be amazing if more people did exactly what you've done? It's beautiful. Can you tell us about risk for Virgo, please? Can you tell us about risk for Virgo? Thank you. The world that's come out off balance. Either you're nervous or someone's nervous about moving towards you, Virgo. I'm getting a really strong nervous energy off that. Right. So again, like, take it as it resonates, but I will give you the 2 different scenarios, because for some of you, this is straight up about a love connection, and for others of you, this is about the love for what you do. So like your career or a project that you're working on, take your pick, right? It's up to you to decide how this resonates. For some of you, if this is about a career or a project, then you're nervous as hell on how to get this thing started. What are the beginning stages that you need to get this thing off the ground, and it's making you nervous. See, with that Saturn energy, the world card is ruled by Saturn. So it's like you're kind of sitting on the fence in between optimism and pessimism, but trying to be a realist at the same time, right? Perfectly normal. I mean, given the gravity of what it is that you're trying to achieve, and I can see that it's very, very important to you, it's no wonder that you are going to be feeling nervous as fuck. The important thing is, though, with that risk, is to make sure that you do take the very first steps that you need to take, okay? You can overcome this nervousness, this fear. And for a lot of you, it's the fear of, well, what if I fail? Which again is perfectly understandable. Everybody's going to fail at some point in time. And do you know what? Even if you do fail, at least you can say, I give it my best shot. Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot that can be taken from that. And also, if you don't start, then you're going to regret never having taken that risk. For those of you that this is about love, romantic love, this feels like someone else's energy towards you, Virgo, and they're nervous as hell, wanting to come towards you, and they're absolutely shitting it on revealing how they feel towards you. For some of you, this individual has been lusting after you for a very, very long time. Some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius, a Leo, or a Scorpio. A Sagittarius for a small handful of you as well. Could be, but you don't have to be. Okay, so with lust, you got temperance. It's more Sagittarius energy, isn't it? Don't force yourself. Don't rush yourself. Take your time. Okay? Temperance is the card of alchemy. It's an alchemical process. If you try and rush things too quickly, it could well cause a metaphorical explosion. Okay? Take your time. Take your time. There's no need to rush. All right? If this is about, again, if this is about somebody coming in towards you, this could be somebody that you met in March time, or their birthday is in March. So you could be dealing with an Aries or a Pisces, or something significant happened in March. Why is forbidden here, please, for Virgo? The Wheel of... Okay, so we started off with a tiny wee bit of Sagittarius energy. Now we're getting heavy Sagittarius energy. It's possible some of you could have Sagittarius in your Venus placement. Forbidden and Wheel of the Year, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. So what you once thought was impossible is actually very possible. Virgo, I feel strongly that your Christmas has come early. I really do. This is your early Christmas gift to you from the universe. But all of that hard work that you've done on yourself. You're being rewarded big time. It was once out of your reach. It's no longer out of your reach. It looks strongly like you got out of your own way. Because you stopped telling yourself that you couldn't. And you started telling yourself, yeah, I fucking can. And energetically, that's what's turned everything around for you. It's beautiful. Can you tell us about sacral chakra, please? Thank you. Page of Coins, yeah. You're still learning. It's still a process. And you're definitely learning more all the time. But you're also learning that there's nothing wrong with you having wants and needs as well. See, some of yous were taught from when you were tiny that, like, you were taught or told that you were somehow in the wrong for having needs and wants in life. Everybody's got needs and wants in life. Everybody. And you're learning that that's normal and that that's okay. And also, Page of Coins, that you can meet your own needs. There's another message with this Page of Coins. So if you just give me a second, I'm going to pull out another deck. Can you tell us more about the Page of Coins, please? The Virgo Collective in love. I feel for those who are watching for like a... Oh, careful. You're sliding off there, wee man. He just did a big stretch and he nearly fell off my lap. Okay, right, he's okay. Yeah, I feel for some of you where this is about love or romantic situation. This person wants to take you out on a date, okay? Because the Page of Coins, that's like the beginning stages, the budding stages. It can be an olive branch for some of you. That's like getting to know somebody. And this person wants to, the sacral chakra, they want to get to know you better. And they want to do it in a setting that is really calm and relaxed and chill. You know, just as they can see the real you shining through. So this person knows enough about you to know that when you're in an environment that is very calm, that's when they're going to see your usual happy-go-lucky self, you know. Five of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. I do feel strongly, Virgo, that there's a lot of competition for you. A lot of competition for your attention, for your affections, for your time. You're going to receive a lot of offers for a lot of different things throughout the month of October, even running into November as well, I feel. You might become a wee bit overwhelmed with exactly how much stuff you're attracting. Okay. So just remember that it's okay for you to take a wee time out, right? Now, this sadness and isolation, that would be the Three of Swords. So I'm going to take a look at that. Okay. Karma and the Nine of Cups. So you're not going to be able to pick everything that you want. See, this is the thing, isn't it? You're attracting so much, you're not going to be able to pick every single thing that you want, right? So some things or some people, you're going to have to say thanks, but no thanks to, okay? But again, you're doing it with good intent, right? You're not doing it from a place of malice. It's coming from a good place. So you'll be just fine. You'll be absolutely fine. This is your karma, Virgo. This is your karma playing out in real time because you've done good. You've done a really good job of pulling yourself back up and standing on your own 2 feet again. You've done a really good job with this self-love and this dedication to self and processing the painful memories, of releasing everything that needs to be released. I mean, you've done incredible. You should be very, very proud of yourself, Virgo. Really proud of yourself. Why seek the truth here, please, for Virgo? So with this seek the truth, that would be the Seven of Swords. And it's a picture of a woman peeling back the curtains. So it's like peeling back the veil. And it's you, right? You've gone in search of the truth and you've recognized where people were Seven of Swords towards you. Yes, they were lying. They were lying to you about who you are or who you were. And you're like, nah, I decide who I am, not you. That's the truth that you have revealed. You don't have to be the person that anybody else tells you that you are. You're Nine of Coins. You don't need anyone else's validation. You don't need their permission. What you have, you've earned yourself. Do you know what I mean? You're good. You're more than good, in fact. For those who are wanting romance, yeah, your person sees how independent and how strong you genuinely are. And they absolutely love that about you. And they're sitting there cheering you on from the sidelines. It's beautiful. Yeah, Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. That's that attraction energy again, isn't it? What else, please, for Virgo? What else, please, for Virgo? Oh, okay. So it's this one here. Openness. Be open to accept divine guidance in your relationships. Wow. So that's all kinds of relationships, okay? If you're struggling with difficult relationships, you're going to be receiving divine guidance on how to best deal with those difficult relationships. When it comes down to the relationship with yourself as well, all kinds of relationships. Intense. The intensity of a true soul connection includes great highs and great lows. I feel that that's more about how you see yourself and how you feel about yourself. It's like, energetically, it's like this giant pendulum. Okay, 1 minute you're cheering yourself on, and then the next minute you're your own worst enemy. So you're still dealing with that intense back and forth, back and forth. Again, perfectly natural, perfectly normal. It's all about just recognizing when that self-doubt starts to creep in. Nothing wrong with having self-doubt if used correctly. Okay, whenever that self-doubt pops up, sit with it and go, okay, why am I doubting myself? Write it down. Write down whatever comes to your head as to the reasons why you're doubting yourself. And then look at it objectively. Okay. Is when that self-doubt becomes a problem, is when you start putting your restrictions on yourself. Okay. Look deeply within to discover your soul purpose in your relationships. I feel that that's telling me that you have a very profound, impact on people around you. And so you might find that people are reacting either super, super positively towards you or super, super negatively towards you at the moment. And there doesn't seem to be any in between. But you know what? The ones who are for you, you will recognize them straight away. Okay. Confusion. All seekers of truth experience confusion. Ask the divine to provide the answers that you need. Yeah. I feel that that's about the ones who are romantically interested in you, Virgo. Very, very confused. We've already seen that they're very nervous as well. It could be them that's on this sort of energetic pendulum where 1 minute they're feeling super, super confident, and then the next minute they're like sabotaging themselves because of that extreme self-doubt. So yeah, keep an open mind, okay, because as I say, the energy can genuinely be interchangeable. Okay, you equals tight ass. Loosen the fuck up. Control freaks don't get laid. Okay. So somebody, not necessarily yourself, Virgo, I feel for the most part it's not about you, but somebody could have been trying to control a situation, and they're realizing where they have control and where they do not have control. Okay. You've got a feeling that you just can't shake. That little voice inside of you, listen to that shit. Yeah, so there's your discernment and your intuition. And then money, make it rain. Yeah, see, for those of you where this is like a jumped out my skin, for those of you where this entire read is about a passion project, you're going to see a lot of financial reward for that. Okay, so you really do need to take those beginning stages on getting your passion project up and off the ground. Okay, definitely, because it's indicating like that is going to pay off in a really, really big way. Right, so that Capricorn energy that we saw before, it's come out again. Some of you could be dealing with Capricorn, another Virgo, a Cancerian, or a Libra. So I'm going to get you 12 letters and we'll see what we can get with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll see if we can get initials, names, words, and again, like whatever you can see in these letters, that's what you have to run with. Okay, so again, use your discernment. All right, I always encourage everybody to sort of sit with these letters themselves and see what they themselves can pull out, because you know, you might have a lot more time than me as well, so I might not necessarily see everything. Do you know what I mean? That is possible, right? So you've got KY. I do feel, Virgo, that somebody is very sexually charged. It's like the very thought of you, like, it drives them crazy. So crazy. They're having very, very dirty thoughts of you as well, Virgo. Right. So Virgo, I'm seeing another thing here as well, like MVP. Now, I know from a gaming perspective that MVP means most valuable player, right? So in someone's world, you are their MVP. You're the most valuable player, right? And again, it comes back down to that deeply energy, the message that I give you with that one. How I said, like, you do actually have a profound impact on people around you. Whether you're aware of it or not, you actually do, okay? So that's double down on that message that I intuitively give you there. Now, I've Googled, I just Googled MVP as well, because I knew full well that it didn't just mean most valuable player, right? It means something else as well. Now, when it comes down to business, so for those of you who are watching this from a business perspective, an MVP in business terms means a minimum viable product, right? Which is the version of a product with just enough features to be usable by early customers who can then provide feedback for future product development, right? A focus on releasing an MVP means that developers potentially avoid lengthy and unnecessary work. So it's something that's going to make everybody's job a lot easier in the long term. Okay? So whatever it is that you're doing with your business, persevere down that path, right? Now, we've got a word here. You've got dizzy. I'm seeing it spelt with an S. But you see, we do have a Z as well. You're just missing another Z to do the correct spelling. Dizzy. So your head, like, you could be feeling dizzy and lightheaded because you're getting constant stream of information that's coming in all of the time. And it's like, where do I put all of this information? Write it down, right? Get an app on your phone where you can turn your phone into a dictaphone and record your own voice, because your ideas are coming in that quickly. You are definitely going to need a way of recording these ideas as quickly as they come in, right? Don't forget to take a lie down as well once in a while too. So we've got PS. And see, when I saw that, I heard PS, I love you. So someone's attaching that either to an email or a text message. So they're going to say something pretty standard to you, pretty generic, run-of-the-mill every day, and then swiftly followed with a second email or text message with PS, I love you. And you're going to be like, what? What the fuck? Okay. So yeah, I do need to leave that one there, Virgo. Remember, any messages that you can pull from these letters or from the cards that we've pulled as well, anything that you intuitively receive through any of these messages, that's what you're needing to run with, okay? Because remember, your intuition, super, super important. I do encourage everybody to use their own intuition while they are watching these readings as well, okay? But yeah, if you feel that you could benefit from a personal reading, then you can place your booking at phoenixkeiatarot.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.